I'm testing new drivers. So I've been gaming ZX7, which I've enjoyed, but I've not really played with it that much on the course. I've also got here, I can't believe I'm going to stay with this, the Sadlowski, JS Proto Cleveland HB Tour. So this driver I think is lower loft. He's around a 7 degree. I used to play a 7.5 when I played a lot. And it's got a bit of a fade bias in it, so it feels very cutty. With my speed training, I'm enjoying where my speeds are getting, but in the first few rounds back after the English lockdowns, I'm finding I can't find a reliable shot shape with my driver. Having that fade bias and that lower loft might just help me feel like I'm going to hit one repeatable shape. Possibly, might not. It's one of those experiments, as always, that can go really wrong. But I've tested inside and the numbers are fine. We'll talk about them as we go on. I want to test outside. I want to talk to you about why I think it's important that you do try and get the club out on the course as well, because that's the biggest difference I'm finding from indoor data during lockdowns in my garden and stuff. Getting what I want, speeds and direction was pretty good. As soon as I get on the course and I've got all the many other things that I've got to emotionally deal with, those shot shapes aren't there. So we're missing, aren't we? We're not testing it right. Surely, I mean, in the comments down below, how important is it, do you think, that you get the driver, the one that you're buying and testing, on the course as part of the test as well? Let me know in those comments down below. So let's do the Sadlowski prototype to start. Again, it's that fade bias. I want to see if it's something that I can put into play or not, and the lower loft, because I am finding I've always struggled with drivers. I launch them really high, whatever driver I go for. So that's why, as an amateur, without launch monitors, I mean, I used a 7.5 degree driver even as quite a young kid. And that was obviously just for me to get the launch down. I'm really happy to hit a lot up, you see, so I'm not afraid to add loft. So I'm finding something that's really kind of taking that loft away, but can I keep it in play on the course, and can I hit the shapes I want to hit? And I'm quite enjoying the idea of a repeatable cut on every drive. It's a shape I played with as an amateur. And I feel when I'm at my laziest with my golf, I get a bit drawy. When I'm at my most efficient with my golf, I definitely work a little fade. Will this club help me do that? I mean, there's just a perfect example. I've aimed at the far bunker and I've just cut it into the middle of the fairway. So if I ripped it, it's in that far bunker, which is fine, it's shallow, I can get out. And if I get my little shape, I'm now in the middle. And it feels a little bit like this driver can't do much else but that shape. I'm worried maybe a little bit when I need to draw it, but we might play with that. ZX7 next, which I love the shape, I love the feel. The numbers on this club are good, so I get my fastest club head speeds with this. This one I can get up to 112s to 115 miles an hour, which is quick for me. Where the Sadlowski there, I'm kind of like 109 to 113, maybe 114 at a push. It's definitely a slightly step down, but what I noticed, because I can control the loft better, the ball speed, which is key, kind of stay very similar. Now with this club, I feel a little bit, at the moment, it varies, because I remember when I first tested it, it felt very fadey, but this club, I do feel like I have to try and fade it. I'm going to aim at the far bunker, and I'm going to actually try and put the shape on it. Which I've done, more through miss hit. It'd be interesting how those two finish, because that is a slight low heel hit. I don't reckon there'll be much in those two lines. So the big thing I'm testing out here on the course, which we're going to see on a few more drives, is this one tends to fade without me doing anything. Like, it just naturally fades. Can I play that, or am I better off with one where I'm actually purposely putting it in there? Well, because this one, the Sadlowski, if I feel a little bit like I just don't have to think, I just swing and there's the shape. Aim up the left, bang, hit it as hard as I like. I'm not sure if that'll work though. This is the bunker I'm aiming at, and here are the two balls over here on the right, so I'm just trying to move it off. So both have played exactly the shot I want to play. In the comments down below, which one's the longer one? So this is the Srixon, which I had come to expect. It's a slight miss hit. And there's the Sadlowski, which was struck slightly better. I don't really need to test which one's longer. I've got the data from inside on that, and you would in your tests. You understand the numbers. This is more a test of, if I aim at that bunker, wind off the left, uphill, downhill, wind off the right, when there's depth on the left, depth on the right, those on-course emotional situations, can I play that driver? That's why on-course testing, I think, might just show you some things that you don't see in the dry, sterile, indoor environment. Right, I know I can draw and fade the ZX7 because I've been doing it the last 2 rounds, not always intentionally. So this is wind off the left, and this is a fade machine. So this is a great example of how outdoor testing might just show me more than I get inside. So I'm going to aim at that far tree on the left there and try and just move it off it. Which it's done. If anything, it's slightly too leaky, but I've ripped that. It's up the right and it's fine. Next shot, I'm going to try and hold it. This isn't a shot I'd play very often, but there will be situations where the driver just, I can't have it fading too much. So can I actually get this turning right to left? It feels there. I'm aiming literally where that last ball's finished. So I'm going to try and turn it in towards the tree. Yeah, absolutely can. Pretty straight ball. That's what I like. I don't feel like I can have to really hook it. But if I do put a lot of what I feel turn on, I basically at the moment get a dead straight one to slight draw. Yeah, liking that. Right, this is a great example. Wind off the left, out of bounds on the right. And it's a hole I like to try and attack. So it's a hole I want to hit my driver hard on. See what I mean? Look at the maths there compared to indoor, just whacking it down a range and often just ignoring to even deleting the bad ones. These are the challenges you want to be facing when you're just about to spend a lot of money on a new club. So I'm going to aim at left-hand trees. I'm going to try and hit this hard because I want to attack this hole. Will I keep it in bounds? To be honest with you, I don't know. God, I've ripped it. Arrow ball. And it's just falling down to the right. Like, I just don't feel like I can hit this left. Smash the tee. Jamie, I've smashed the tee with your driver. Can I do that again? Really? Liking this. Hard, up the left. Let it move with the wind. Yeah, absolutely can. I've even caught that and that stayed up the left. Oh, have I? I just feel like these kind of scenarios, you know, it's a hole I want to attack. I don't want to just donk one down there. It's a short par 4. You've got depth on the right, another fairway on the left. You know, unless you're really good at recreating these ideas, which you can indoors as well, I want to play them. I want to get them out there, and that's the biggest thing I've noticed from indoor to outdoor. Certainly with lockdowns, doing lots of indoor, working on something different. So buying a new driver for you, for me, trying to hit it harder and build speed. All great, getting that there. But if the repeatable shot pattern isn't there, in situation, I mean, great indoors, isn't it? God, we'll still play golf though, haven't we? I'm loving the flatness of the flight from the lower loft. I'm loving the fact that I can just aim up the left and bang it, and I feel like it's only going to move one way. I'm sure that'll move as I move. I do have some concerns inside. I do get very low spinning shots with it, so I wonder if it's hard to know if they're misreads when I'm hitting a batch indoors, or we're going to see them when we're out here. Just a little 73-yard pitch, loving that. Oh, don't go in. That was close. At the end of the day, as I've said a lot recently, I don't think you can actually test. I mean, a test will be over a period of time of it in my bag, and I'm lucky. I mean, I'm sponsored by this company. I'm not paying for any of this equipment, and like I said earlier in the video, they've got no influence on this video. I'm just telling you what I feel of the two clubs. I didn't even know I'm making it. But it's hard getting the right one, but maybe it's easy also, because really at the end of the day, is it going to make any difference to my scores? Probably not. Will it make a difference to how I emotionally feel? Absolutely. So buying placebos, are we just buying placebos? Maybe, I don't know. That's what you want to attack on this hole. That might have hit the hole to get over there, to be fair. Just go in ball. Great scenario here, so wind off the right now. So learning where to aim with a different shaped driver. Again, these are the things why I think on-course testing has a lot of value for you if you're going to spend your hard-earned money on these very expensive drivers. I think you're going to see me teeing up on the right side of tees a lot more. It's definitely going to have a go in the bag for a period of time. It's the low spinners I'm worried about, and possibly if the fade turns into something I can't hang on to. So I feel like I can't start it up the left enough. But at the moment, it feels like I can aim up the left side of fairways, literally just smash it. That is just a beautiful little fade. And what I do notice with this driver is the smash factor number, the efficiency, because the loft delivered is more consistent, is just so much higher. So even though I don't move it as fast as the ZX7, the efficiency is the same, and I'm getting my 160, 162, 164 kind of topping ball speeds. Want to get that up, but that's all me, I'm afraid. Another one. Hit that first one, wow. It's right in the middle. I'm gonna hit this one really hard. See if I can get past it. Or do I just lose it miles if I go and give this one full binage? Oh, I slipped. Oh, but I ripped it. Which one's going to be longer out of those two? Oh, I'm going to get out there and see. Oh, that's... Oh, see the old ground reaction there. I don't know if you picked that up, but my foot went that way then. That's brilliant. That's me really pushing hard. And then because I didn't quite get the traction on that one, a little bit of a divot I'm in there. The ground couldn't push back at me enough and I slipped. That's amazing. Loving that. Come on, ground reactions. Push me harder. Get me that 170 ball speeds. Long balls. This is amazing. So this is my good drive. And maybe 25 yards further up is my foot slip smash drive. That's as far up as I've ever been on this hole, ever. 98 yards to the back, and that pin is at the back. I think I'm going to game it. Post comments down below, let me know what you think. I mean, the outdoor testing, indoor testing I wouldn't have gamed it. Outdoor testing definitely is making me feel like it's gameable in more situations. Where my golf is at the moment. Don't be long. Oh yeah. And obviously it's a fickle game, it could change and it will change. But enjoying that. Let me know, do you get to test your drivers outside or not? Is it something you'd want more opportunity to do? Do you think indoor testing does tell you enough or not? Definitely for me personally, I like to put it in situation. See how I perform. Dry testing's great and I'm bringing that data out with me as well, but situation's just key. Blooming emotions are getting in the way of everything, don't they?